How do you want to experience the times and the moments of your life? Because the truth is, the only time you're actually upset and frustrated is when life doesn't meet your expectations. And let me give you a reality check here. 95% of the time, maybe 99% of the time, it's not gonna meet your expectations. For those of you who know me, I have super high standards, super high expectations, and I get frustrated when things don't match my expectations, which is constantly. So I can be grumpy sometimes. So I've really had to stop and go, how do I want to experience life? Now I want to just to give a little disclaimer here. When it comes to relationships, when it comes to partnerships, when it comes to people close to you, your business, your own integrity with yourself, I don't think those are negotiable. I think that your standards and your expectations should be as high as they possibly can be and actually continuously increasing. But the rest of life, right? We don't have as much control as we think we do over it. And so when you think about this, you have to really release and let go and say, well, how do I want to experience this? Like I was at the train station and I needed tickets to get from Rome to Amalfi. And I was in a rush because that train was going to be leaving soon. And if I didn't get those tickets right then I wasn't going to make that train. And the person in front of me was having all these issues and they were just keep coming in and out of the ticket gate. And I just was like so frustrated. And then I realized, that like, what am I even getting mad about? Like, this is completely out of my control. And when I realized that is when I started to calm down a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not easy to deal with. So it took me a moment to relax, it took me a moment to lower my blood pressure and realize, first off, number one, I'm not the only person in the situation here, right? Like there's other human beings involved. Number two, I don't control any of these. Number three, I thought about, okay, what could I have done better? So then I learned that I could actually buy my train tickets through the Eurail app I'm using. I don't have to go to the ticket office. And then I also learned that the trains fill up so much in Europe so fast that some of them are booked out months in advance. So when I gathered this information, what I did is I took extreme ownership and radical responsibility and said, I don't want to be here. How do I solve that problem? Okay. But I also have to accept the reality that there's gonna be problems I want to solve that I'm not gonna have a choice. And I'm gonna have to be there. And I'm gonna have to sit in that space. And it's like, do I wanna sit in that space and be a miserable, grumpy, you know what? Or do I wanna actually just learn to smile and be like, it's all okay? Because here's the part that kills me inside, and I wanna share this with you, is when I get home at night, right? And I look at my partner, or I look at the friends I was with or the family I care about, I'm like, damn, I was an asshole. I'm like, I was frustrated and grumpy and maybe even ruined the time because at the end of the day, I simply was unable to self-regulate, maintain my calmness, and control my emotions. So I just want you to think about how you want to experience life. And I want you to take extreme action when you can. I do. I want you to hold a high standard of integrity and high expectations. And I want you to be calm, respectful, and know you're not the only person in the world. And be patient. And if that was too direct, then I'll just turn it to me. That's what I want to be. So think about how you want to experience this life, how much you can take control of, and take it. That's what we talk about all the time. But there's also that other side of, well, how are you going to show up when you can't? And you just got to be there, and you just got to sit there and eat it. You're going to be there in joy, in gratitude. I'm on a train to Amalfi. Oh, I had to wait for the second train. Poor me. Think about that, because we're not in gratitude sometimes. It's crazy.